Hello fly tyers, welcome to another episode of Aaron at the Fly Desk. Today I'm going to show you a fly that I've been working on the last week that I'm going to call the amazing Gammarus. Gammarus is a fancy name for freshwater shrimp or even a scud, depending on how technically you want to get. So what I'm doing is I'm tying this on it's a longer curved nymph hook. It's a Daiichi 1270. This is a size 16. And I'm tying this one a little bit longer, and I'll show you why. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of lead in the fly. So we're going to put the lead right in the middle, and it's going to give it a little more of a curved back by putting it right in the middle. And the other thing it's going to do is when you're fishing freshwater shrimp, you're fishing these right on the bottom. And so we actually have some stillwater lakes, and we'll fish these underneath the strike indicator a lot. And then I fish the Green River quite a bit. Provo, a lot of these rivers will hold some scuds, and so any of the Gammarus patterns seem to do very well. So after I put my lead on, little trick I do is I put just a dab of super glue in the lead, and that just kind of cements it on there. Make sure the lead doesn't spin with the fly. Okay, next thing we're going to do is I usually have a olive grizzly hackle, and I just kind of keep it handy because I don't use it for the hackle as much as I use it for the hackle fibers. And so we just cut a little clump off, and this is going to be the back part of the scud. And I want to get it to the right length, just about right there. And if you'll notice, these freshwater shrimp, they'll swim in the water backwards, and they have these little feelers coming out the back. They almost look like a little mini crawdad. So you can see we've got our little feelers right there. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get a thread bobbin with black thread, or you can use dark brown, but you've got to use a dark color because this is how we're going to rib the fly. And so once I've got that tail part, or the feelers, tied on, I tie on this black thread. You can see I just hang it off my vise like so. Let's get back to square one. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to tie on, this is just Nymph Body. It's just a colored latex. You can actually use a natural latex color. I kind of like this lime green color for this fly, and you're going to see why. It's not going to be lime green. I'm going to show you how to do your own little variation to it. But I actually tie it to where I've tied it over my lead and then cinched it down like so. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple pieces of Ostrich Hurl. The longer the fibers, the better. And I'm going to tie these on like so. Okay, so once I'm to that point, I wrap my small thread to the front. This is actually a tan unit thread in 8/0, so it's quite thin. Then I'm going to take my latex body and I'm going to pull it tight for this first wrap, and then I'm going to loosen up on it on my following wraps. So you can see I'm just going end over end, trying to keep them evenly spaced. Now you can see why I put that lead in the middle. It's popping that fly up and making it more of a humped back. I'll tie this off, and then I stretch that latex and cut it. Make a nice even body. And then I'm going to whip finish my tan thread. So you can see by putting that lead in the middle, I've got that nice scud looking humpback, but I've got less hook showing than if I did a regular scud hook. Alright, this is where it gets a little complicated, but bear with me. So now I'm going to take both of my ostrich hurls and I'm going to pull them underneath the fly. Then I'll get my black ribbing and I simply start ribbing this fly. And I just hold my ostrich hurl nice and tight. And you can see I'm grabbing the legs as I'm coming through with my ribbing. So I kind of zigzag it over so it grabs those fibers. And making us a nice set of legs under this fly. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll cut off our ostrich. And then I'll make a nice little head. That's actually the tail. And we'll whip finish. But we're still not done, so don't turn the video off. It gets even better. Okay. Then what I'll do is I'll lick my fingers and I'll pull those fibers down so you can see I've got legs all the way through this fly. Got nice even ribbing. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to get a brown Sharpie marker and I'm going to color this fly. And what the brown does with the lime green is it kind of makes it a deep olive. For the Gammarus back. And then underneath you can see there's just a little bit of that bright green showing through, which is okay because I think it'll show up really good in murky water. So it's looking really good, but it's going to look even better because now we're going to get our UV glue and we're going to build up our back. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to get it all over nice on this back. Cover the sides and the back. Get a little on the thread. Then I'm going to keep it upside down, and you can see where it just starts to drip right there. Missed a little spot right here. There. Okay, let it see how it just starts to drip. Then I bring it over and I hit it, and it starts smoking. When it's smoking, it's curing. Get that nice. Okay, so you can see by letting it drip just a little bit, I even got a little better hump on that scud. It's got the perfect little legs. Sorry, Gammarus. Gammarus sounds a lot better. So let me spin that around. You can see with that brown Sharpie marker and the black thread and the UV glue, it's about as close to a natural scud or Gammarus shell as you can get. So that, my friends, is the amazing Gammarus fly. Nice and leaded, gets down deep to the fish. Great Euro nymphing fly, great fly for still waters. This, if you find anywhere where trout are eating these, this will definitely catch them. So can't wait to try it this spring. We've got a couple still waters. We're about 2 weeks away from ice off, so we're gonna go try it, catch some big fat rainbows and cutties and tigers. So thank you for watching. Angler Maids Aaron at the Fly Desk.